You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. If you are on social media as far as boxing is concerned, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, one of the hottest topics is Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. Now, Ryan Garcia put a post up on his Instagram basically saying a dream has become a reality. The picture is in the thumbnail of this video, and a lot of people ran with it. And the first thing I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, Ryan Garcia, Manny Pacquiao. Who has the bigger name? Manny Pacquiao. Who has had more success in their career? Manny Pacquiao. Who has the better pay-per-view numbers? Manny Pacquiao. Who's the icon? Manny Pacquiao. So I'm like, why is Ryan Garcia announcing a fight of this magnitude? So I said, okay, let me go look and see what Manny Pacquiao talking about. Manny hasn't said anything. Like, Manny put out a Bible quote and he put out a picture of Tom Brady. Like, that's it. That's all he's put out. And there's a lot of people that feel like this fight is going to happen. But there was a lot of people that felt like Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis was going to happen. The thing that I have to explain to people is there's a difference between hyping up a fight, building up a fight, and them actually going through the business of actually making the fight. What Ryan Garcia is doing right now is creating buzz and keeping his name out there in the streets for these big time fights. Tank Davis, they did a lot of talking. Manny Pacquiao, he puts the post up saying that the fight is basically done. He's keeping his name in rotation, like he's doing what he's supposed to do. Now, I'm not saying that this fight won't happen. To be honest with you, this fight has a better chance of happening than Ryan Garcia versus Tank. There's more political things going on to stop a Ryan Garcia versus Tank fight. Ryan Garcia obviously signed with Golden Boy, signed with Oscar De La Hoya. And with Oscar De La Hoya losing Canelo Alvarez, you know he's going to do the best he can to promote Ryan Garcia as best as possible. Tank, of course, is with Floyd Mayweather, Mayweather Promotions, Al Heyman. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, PBC, the Money Team, and Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, they really don't have the best relationship. And I'm being very modest with that. I'm being damn near sarcastic with that. They can't stand each other. They couldn't stand each other when they fought each other. They can't stand each other now. So in order for Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis to happen, there has to be a joint venture. That's number one. Number two, it has to be on both networks, whether it's Fox and DAZN or Showtime and DAZN. It has to be shown on both networks, and it basically has to have the same setup as Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao when they fought. Like, it has to be a joint venture. But Ryan Garcia can't just openly fight on Showtime or fight on Fox, and Tank Davis can't come to DAZN. Like, it has to be a joint venture, or it has to be a 2-fight deal where one fighter go down on Showtime or Fox and the other fighter go down on DAZN. But I really don't see that happening. There's too much politics involved, and I don't know if it's enough money involved to make all of the big wigs happy. So for those reasons, I feel like Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao actually has a better chance of being made, because Manny Pacquiao is not with anybody pretty much. He's pretty much a free agent. I know there's a rumor floating around that he owed Al Heyman another fight, but I highly doubt that. So Manny Pacquiao is basically a free agent. So there's really no politics there. Like, there's just, hey, do you want to make the fight? Yes or no? Now, do I like the fight? No. I don't like the fight. Not saying that it wouldn't be entertaining, but we've seen these types of fights before. Like, Ryan Garcia is not ready for Manny Pacquiao skill wise. Secondly, he's 2 weight classes below Manny Pacquiao. And the third thing is, Manny Pacquiao has a belt at 147 pounds. It's funny because some people, depending on who you're talking about, they'll talk about mandatories. Oh, well, this fighter ain't fight as mandatory. This fighter should fight as mandatory. But then when it comes down to other fighters, you don't mention mandatory with them. Like, Manny Pacquiao's never going to fight a mandatory. That's just what it is. But he has a belt at 147. So if he's going to be entertaining fights like this and Conor McGregor and all of that, I think he needs to let that belt go, because there's a lot of fighters that want an opportunity at a belt, and basically Manny Pacquiao's holding it hostage. You got guys like Virgil Ortiz, you got guys like Jerron Boots Ennis that are, prime for title eliminators and title opportunities, and you have a champion that is not gonna fight a mandatory. It's not gonna fight a mandatory. So I feel like if Manny wants to explore these options, these money options, then he should just let go of the belt, because he doesn't need the belt to make the money fights that he wants. Like, if he wants to fight Conor McGregor, he doesn't need the WB. He doesn't need the 147-pound belt to do that. If he wants to fight Ryan Garcia, he doesn't need the welterweight belt to do that. Like, and Manny Pacquiao, he's earned the right to do what he wants to do. It's just, when you have a belt, you supposed to have obligations according to the sanctioning bodies, and if you're not holding up your obligations, then you're holding up the division. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very consistent in that, because when Floyd did that, when he won a title at 154, he never defended that belt against no mandatory or anything like that. Like, there was plenty of times Floyd had belts and didn't fight the mandatory. So if they're gonna make this fight, Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao, they probably would do it probably in Saudi Arabia or something like that, and both of them would get paid a boatload of money, and it'll be a fight. But I think he would get destroyed, Ryan Garcia, that is. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.